So.
Do they win it more on you or me?
Yes.
And more on you with every single It's really, I feel like it's really just the content.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that you can hear the content. Okay, you guys ready? So Thomas is gonna video it on his laptop, so you guys can look at the video later. And then he's gonna upload it to Canvas, so that if you guys need to look at it again and remember it, you'll be able to do that.
Will you really do it, or you?
Totally messing
Yeah. It appears to be recording presently. And if you're very good, I'll upload it.
Yay.
He'll
Yeah.
upload it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi, Danielle.
How are you doing today?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, why don't you tell me what's bringing you in?
Well, I've been having a lot of trouble. I don't know, I'm thinking about quitting my job. And I know that that's kind of a bad idea, so I kind of wanted to talk to someone about why I want to quit my job.
Okay. What's making you want to quit your job?
I just honestly, I hate the idea of going up in the morning. Like, I wake up, and I feel nervous, and I usually don't want to eat breakfast, and I honestly just think about all the things that might go wrong.
So you really don't like your job so much that you feel so anxious in the morning that you lose your appetite, you don't eat, and you think about all the things that could possibly go wrong at work? Or are you talking about in general?
It's not quite that I don't like my job. Like,
Okay. What do you do?
My job's okay. I'm a school librarian.
Okay.
And I like kids. Like, I always wanted to be a librarian. I get really nervous when I think about going.
What makes you nervous about going?
I think I get nervous about my supervisor, and we have all the study halls in the library at school.
Yeah.
So it actually means that kind of like I'm just kind of a disciplinarian a lot, and like I'm getting pretty I don't know, like when the kids are pretty bad, and like I hate having to discipline them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, especially since
yeah.
that wasn't what you went to school for, right? You
Right.
went to school to become a librarian.
Right.
And now you're running
Yeah.
the study halls and making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then you have to discipline them.
Yeah.
So what do you worry about specifically?
Actually there's 7 periods in the school day, and periods 2, 5, and 6 all have these kids who I dread seeing every day.
Okay.
And
What do you worry is going to happen when you see them?
that they're gonna act out, and that if I turn around, that they'll do things that will, humiliate me, and
Okay.
I don't know. I just I don't know. I get tight in my chest, and I just dread having to do it. To be totally honest.
Okay. And the part that you dread doing is actually having to discipline them, or because I'm hearing you also say that you're worried that they're going to humiliate you in some way.
Yeah. So it's
Like
it's
make
kind of
fun
both.
of you?
Yeah, making smart remarks behind my back,
Okay.
throwing things at each other. I don't know, they spread out all over the library, so it's virtually impossible to keep them all from
I would
totally
think so.
behaving all the time.
I would think that would be
Yeah.
really hard.
Yeah.
How big is the library?
Oh, I don't pretty big.
So that would be
they're
really hard to
50
manage.
tables
Yeah,
of
it would be
kids.
really hard
Yeah.
to manage the kids.
Yeah.
So one of the worries, so you worry a lot about having that they might humiliate you in some way, and then if you do have to discipline them, do you worry about something about that too?
I mean, I don't like it. I mean, kind of like you said, it's not what I went to school for. It makes. I
Are
don't
you
know.
worried you're not going to do it right?
Yeah, I think to be totally honest, I kind of lost my temper at a kid earlier this year,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that generally I'm a little too soft on them.
Mm-hmm.
But this one kid kept this is this is embarrassing. Like, it's like a 13-year-old boy, and like I would turn around and he would throw things at the back of my head, and I just like honestly I just lost it. And I think the other kids were really shocked, and his parents complained to the principal.
Yeah.
The principal like understood like why I was so upset, but said that like that was a pretty inappropriate reaction, which is true.
Okay.
I shouldn't have yelled at the kid.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm worried about like having another episode like that.
Okay, so you're worried that you might get so angry, you might yell at them, and then you might get a complaint against you to the principal.
That either like I'm too soft or like
Uh-huh.
too much.
So you worry that maybe you're too soft, and then the kid you're gonna lose control of the kids, or you're gonna get really angry and then yell out, and then maybe get a complaint against you from one of the parents.
Yeah.
And then do you worry about what might happen if another complaint happens against you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm a children's librarian. Like, I don't want to like get fired for like yelling at children.
Yeah. So one worry would be maybe if you weren't handling this appropriately, you might get fired.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, it sounds like you're experiencing a lot of stress throughout the day, because then at certain points you're actually your chest is getting really tight.
Yeah.
How many times does that happen?
Definitely in periods 2, 5, and 6.
Okay.
And usually in the morning before school.
Okay. Do you have any other physical symptoms that go along with that when that happens? Besides your chest getting really tight, which I know is really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't know, just sometimes I get physically agitated. Like I can't sit still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That probably feels really uncomfortable to you.
Yeah, it's like I feel like tense like most of the day.
Yeah. So you wake up in the morning, you're really worrying about what's going to happen at school that day. You're worried about whether you're going to be too soft, or you're going to maybe possibly yell. And then you're having difficulty even eating breakfast. You're feeling dread about going to school.
Yeah.
Then you go to school, and through most of the day, you're feeling really tense and agitated. So then what happens how do you cope with that? What do you do to kind of try to manage that?
Everything I say in here is confidential, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is pretty bad. Like I would definitely get fired if anyone knew this. I've been smoking a joint in my car every morning before work to try and be able to go in. I try to make sure that I don't actually I roll the window down, try to make sure that I don't actually smell like it. But I think that sometimes I do. I think that senior librarian is named Ethel, and I don't know. I think sometimes she can smell and is a little suspicious. So I'm worried that she'll say something to my boss, but I can make it through the day so much better. Just when I've smoked a little.
So, do you smoke every day? It doesn't sound like it. It sounds
No,
like some days you
not
don't.
not every day.
But on the days that you've smoked, you notice that you feel less anxious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the days that you smoke, do you notice any other differences? Like, do you not have the chest tightening, and do you feel less tense?
Yeah, I think, And even if, so I don't have the chest tightening, I can just kind of zone out a little bit. I don't really care if the kids are bad as much as I would otherwise. And I relax and I can joke around with them, and then it's a little easier. I think if I'm tense, I don't know, middle schoolers are terrible. They sense weakness, and
they do.
Yeah, and if I'm tense, they're ready to pounce.
Right.
But if I'm relaxed, then they're, it's not as bad.
Okay. How often are you smoking?
Well, every day after school, definitely.
Okay, so every day after school you'll smoke.
Yeah.
So
It's
if you
I
don't
need
smoke
to know that
during
I can,
the morning,
right.
then you smoke, and then that makes you feel better.
Yeah, I need to know that I can go home and do that. Otherwise I don't think I could get through the day.
And then every day. So we know every day you're gonna smoke at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And are you doing that when you get home, or are you
Yeah,
doing okay? Or do you do it in the car right after school?
Usually when I get home. Sometimes if
Okay.
I've had, I don't know, like if periods 5 and 6 are both really bad, like sometimes I just need to like go and like do it in the parking lot.
Okay. And how much are you smoking when you do smoke? So right now you're smoking at the end of every day. Sometimes you're smoking before school. How much do you smoke?
Like usually before school, I try to like limit it to about like half a joint, like
Okay.
not
How big is
big
the joint?
No idea.
Is it
yeah.
like is it really thick?
Just like I don't know, like
Okay, but how?
Yeah.
That's how long it is. But
Sure.
how thin?
um
I'm trying to gauge. Do you see what I'm trying to gauge how much you're
Right.
smoking? Like, are we talking about a blunt that's the size of a cigar, or are we talking about a skinny little joint? Because that determines how much weed he's actually taking in.
I don't know, like more than a cigarette, less than a cigar.
Okay. And you're smoking like a half of that before you go in?
Yeah.
Okay. And then after school, when you smoke, how much are you smoking?
Well, if I've smoked in the morning, I'll probably just finish off
The joint.
the joint.
Okay.
Then if I've had a really bad day, I might have another one.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
No more than like 2 joints a day.
okay. So smoking every day, no more than 2
Yeah.
joints. Sometimes it's only 1, and then sometimes it's 2. And you notice that it's more likely that you have more, like you're smoking 2 joints a day, that you're more stressed out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, do you notice anything else that's been bothering you? You get the work stress, and then in order to manage it, you've been smoking weed.
Yeah. I mean, I think that like the stress definitely carries over into some other parts of my life.
Like, what other parts?
Like, haven't been like dating as much, and I think I don't know, I've just been kind of like avoiding my friends sometimes. Like, I don't like the prospect of like going to see them just like feels like too much, especially when I'm so stressed from school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you haven't been doing as many social things.
Yeah, like I think they still invite me to things, and it's just like it's usually I tell them that I might come, and I kind of like wait until like right before it's time to go, and then I just kind of decide whether it's too much. And honestly, it's like probably too much, like 4 out of every 5 times.
Okay.
Like I think gone out like once in the past month with friends.
Okay. How long has it been going on that you've been not going out with friends? Is it a month?
No, well, let's see. I guess the school year started in like late August.
Okay.
I think summer was pretty good. I still avoided. I mean, like I've always been kind of like a little funny about like going out.
Okay.
But like I was happier and less tense in the summer. So I'd say maybe like went out half the time my friends asked me to. But since school started, like I've just been getting worse and worse.
Did you used to do anything else that you used to enjoy doing that you're not doing now? Meaning like over the summer, because clearly it changed over the summer. You felt pretty good, and then school started, and you started feeling stressed.
Sure. No. Well, no, I'm trying to think. Like, I run.
Do you still run?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
And that hasn't changed at all?
Not too much.
Oh, that's great.
I think it's kind of a good stress reliever for me.
How
and,
often do you run?
Probably like 4 or 5 days a week.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah.
When do you run? In the morning? At night?
At night. I think in the morning I'm too stressed.
So then do you smoke a joint and then go running? Or do you run and then smoke the joint? Because I know you smoke every night.
Sure. So usually I guess if I'm really stressed and I like need to smoke a joint like in my car after school.
Yeah.
I probably won't run after that. So, I mean, yes, sometimes. But usually I would like go home, like go for a run, and then like come back and smoke a joint at home.
Okay. And before you were dating?
Yeah.
But you don't have a partner right now?
No.
Okay.
No.
But you were interested in finding a partner before you were dating.
Yeah. You know, it was like I used like Tinder and OkCupid. But
Have you lost interest in finding a partner?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it feels really daunting right now.
You
know,
feel
like,
too
occasionally,
stressed.
like I'll like go get on Tinder and like swipe through and like maybe talk to someone, but like it's when I think about actually meeting up with them, I just kind of like trail off.
Okay. So you're not going out with your friends as much. You're not dating as much. Yeah. How's your sleep?
I mean, not as great now. I think, yeah, and sometimes I have like bad dreams, like about like school and like in work, and like I'll wake up at like somewhere between like 3 and 5 in the morning, and I'll have trouble falling back asleep.
Mm-hmm. What time are you going to bed?
Usually 11. So
Okay.
I mean, I have to be at work at 7:30 every morning.
So what time would you like to wake up?
6.
But you're waking up at 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then you're having a hard time getting back to sleep.
Yeah.
And then do you feel tired at all? I mean, because you're
Yeah.
stressed, but then are you
Yeah.
feeling tired and also
I mean,
kind of stressed
Yeah,
at the
I
same
mean,
time?
definitely.
Yeah.
Just like drink a shit ton of coffee, and you know.
So you drink, you're not getting probably enough sleep, and then you're waking up early, and then you're feeling really tired, and then you drink a lot of coffee to try to
Yeah.
wake up. At what point does it kick in? Oh my gosh, the dread of the day, I don't want to go in. Is that right when you wake up?
Yeah.
Or it
like
is.
I like wake up. And,
You
like,
wake up
it's,
and you're
like,
I
I'm
don't want
just,
to go to work. This
I mean,
is
honestly,
horrible.
like I'm just kind of like, oh shit, every morning.
Every morning.
Pretty much.
Okay. And then how much coffee are you drinking when you to try to help you wake yourself up?
On a day where I don't, where I haven't like woken up in the middle of the night, like I'll just stop at the coffee shop like 2 blocks down from me on the way to work and just like get like 1 16-ounce cup of coffee. On the days when I do wake up in the middle of the night, like sometimes I'm making myself like 3 or 4 cups over the course of the day at work.
Okay. How much are you having before you get to work?
Just one.
Just 1 cup?
Yeah.
Okay. But then you drink throughout the day.
Yeah.
When's your last cup usually?
Usually I'll get it between 5th and 6th period, so that I like have something that I like know that I can do like between those 2 classes, because those are true the bad ones.
Yeah. So how many nights are you having this where you wake up early?
Usually just 1 night a week, but actually last week it was 3 nights.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not good. Like I can't get by. I'm not 20 years old anymore. I can't get by on that little sleep.
Yeah. You need your sleep in order to function.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are you doing on the weekends?
I run sometimes,
Yeah.
and I like to read. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, part of the reason I became a children's librarian is like I really like YA. So I'm always kind of trying to like see like what the new like good YA books are, and like young adult literature.
Oh, okay. So you like young adult literature,
Yeah.
you like reading it, and some of that is because you're trying to do kind of part of your
Yeah.
job.
I mean,
to
like I
find
don't know, like
that's-
when I was a kid, I was a kid who spent a lot of time in the library. Like I like really, I don't know, like my other friends like read, like I think that was great for me. So
What school do you work at?
I work at St. Augustine's.
Okay.
So
Have you ever worked at any other school besides St. Augustine?
yeah, like I worked I worked at Blaine on CPS for a
you
little
did?
while.
How was it? Now, was Blaine set up the same way as St. Augustine, where they had you running study halls like that?
Yeah.
They did.
So that
Okay.
it was only 2 or 3, but I mean like,
You only had 2 or 3 periods,
Yeah.
whereas at St.
It's-
Augustine you have
right.
multiple periods you have to do
Right.
it.
But like St. Augustine's pretty wealthy, and like mean, Blaine's like one of the top public schools in the city,
Right.
but they had to cut 2 to 3 children's librarian positions because of like CPS budget cuts. Because like I'm younger, was like newer on staff, like they let me go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just curious about whether or not, did you work anywhere before you were at Blaine?
No, like Blaine was like my first job, like out
Okay.
of like after my master's program.
Right. Where did you do your master's program?
I actually did the correspondence course through like the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Where did you go to undergrad?
I went to undergrad at Knox.
At Knox.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to undergrad at Knox, and then you graduated, and then did you go straight into the library science degree, or did you do something else in between?
No, I kind of. I guess I knew that I was I'd been an English major and I was interested in being a children's librarian. I did Teach for America.
Oh, okay.
So after,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was pretty hard though.
Oh no, I bet it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did Teach for America after you graduated from Knox.
Yeah.
And how long did you do that for?
It's a 2-year commitment.
2-year
Yeah.
commitment, and then after the 2-year commitment, then you went to grad school for library science.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So,
then did the Teach for America pay for that, so you didn't have to worry about that?
they give like the education grant, so that's like about like $5,000 to $6,000 a year. It didn't pay for all of it, but it definitely helped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then did you go straight into undergrad after high school?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't take a gap year or
No,
anything?
no. I think my parents would have killed me. So.
Okay. So have you always smoked weed, or when did you start smoking weed?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I started, I started probably in like 9th grade. Like I grew up in LaGrange Park.
Yeah.
And like went to like Lyons Township.
Mm-hmm.
Like big public school.
Yeah, it is a big school.
And so, it's suburban and it's a good school, but like it's my older brother was smoking, and so that's kind of how I got started.
Yeah, it was around you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how often did you smoke when you were in high school?
Oh, actually, like I wasn't really as much of a stoner in high school. Like maybe like 2 or 3 days a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Starting from when you were a freshman, 2 or 3 days a week? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 or 3 days a week. And was it like that all the way through high school?
Yeah, I think I smoked a little bit more like the second semester of my junior year. Like I was like pretty competitive in like Model UN, and that was like really stressful.
Model UN is really stressful.
Yeah, like
It's very stressful.
Like we were like traveling around the country a
Yeah.
lot, and
And it's pretty intense when you're competing too.
and like I knew that like that was like a really important semester for my college application.
Yeah.
Like, my grades were okay. It was like maybe like an A- B+ student. So I really felt like I kind of needed Model UN for my resume. So I was
Yeah.
like pretty stressed out about that.
Okay.
Then I was smoking almost every day.
Okay.
But then the summer after, like my senior year, I kind of got back to 2 to 3 times a day.
Okay, so you were smoking 2 to 3 times a week, and through most of high school and through your junior year, and then junior year you start doing Model UN, and then
I'd been doing Model UN, but that was like when I got like good enough to like
serious
really,
about
like,
it, and
really
it got
competitive.
more competitive. You were probably not going out as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you were more of a novice before, and they probably had you competing in novice tournaments.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
then when you got to junior year, you probably stopped competing novice.
Yeah.
And then you were probably on the first string team or
Yeah,
whatever, and going out every weekend competing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And so then you started smoking every day.
Yeah.
Would you smoke before you did a Model UN concert competition?
Look, that was like. That was pretty risky. It was like risky to bring it on the trip because
yeah.
then, like
That's why I'm
I would
asking.
have like been expelled. But I would try not to do it before, but sometimes I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Did that interfere with your ability to compete?
I mean, maybe it made me like a little less sharp, but I was also like less anxious. So I think like overall it was kind of a net gain.
Okay. Okay. So then, after your junior year or senior year, you kind of went back to smoking like the way you were before, 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And then when you went to college, what was it like? Were you smoking 2 to 3 times a week then too?
Yeah, I mean, it was like a little liberal arts college, like not like a ton of supervision. Um, so yeah, I mean, maybe even like 3 to 4 times a week, like maybe like a little more frequently than I had in high school.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, honestly, like Knox was less stressful than my high school.
I believe that. Yeah.
That like it was, like I was in like the honors track. It's like I was smart, but like I was honestly probably one of the less smart kids in the honors track. So like that was pretty stressful to me, and then I was like kind of a little like more smart at Knox.
Yeah.
So
your stress level went down a little bit when you went to Knox.
Yeah.
Even though you were in college, because it was less intense than your experience in high school, and you were smoking about 3 to 4 times a week. But that's also because you could.
Yeah, it was just like pretty social. Like honestly, like sometimes even
social.
just like a couple of hits with like someone on my floor.
Okay.
And I think. I mean, like I know that I use it as a coping strategy.
It sounds like when you were in high school,
college,
you were using it as a coping strategy, and then there are other times when it's just been social.
Yeah.
It sounds like the beginning of high school was more social.
Yeah.
I don't want to put words in your mouth. And then you went through that really stressful period where you were doing Model UN, and then it became more like you were using it to kind of try to like work on your anxiety.
Yeah.
And then when you were in college, it was less stressful, so you were doing it more socially again. And then did it stay that way again until you became maybe?
Yeah.
How were you in grad school? You were doing the online program.
Let's see. So in grad school, like that was fine. I was, I was like working as, like I had been like a special ed teacher through Teach for America, and
how were you during Teach for America?
So like, Teach for America was like really stressful.
Yeah.
I think there was there was a lot of security at the school that I worked at. It was in Englewood, so like
you were in Englewood.
Yeah, which was like pretty intense. Like I mean, clearly like I'm like a white kid from the suburbs, so it was a cultural change for me, but it was very stressful. But yeah, there was a lot of security, so I definitely couldn't have gotten away with like bringing weed on campus.
Okay. So you didn't smoke during your time when you were doing Teach for America?
I mean, I did.
You did, but not after school. And not close to work because there was so much security. Okay.
Right.
And then were you smoking every day? Did you go back? You went back to smoking every day because you were under a lot of pressure and stress. And so then that was 2 years, and over those 2 years you were smoking every day. And then you started the job at Blaine.
Yeah, and the Blaine job was actually like a little less stressful. So like, I mean, at that point I was like in a habit of like, I don't know, like I was a stoner, so like I like smoked pretty regularly. But I maybe not necessarily every day. Like I had a girlfriend at the time, and she didn't like really like that I smoked so much. So we kind of like hit a like compromise where like I just like wouldn't do it as much.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you think the smoking relates to your anxiety? It sounds like you have a lot of anxiety that's stress related.
Oh, I mean, like it's definitely like self-medication.
Okay, so it is the way that you're managing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the anxiety is mostly about performance.
Yeah.
When I say performance, doing well.
Sure. Yeah.
Because that's what it seems like to me. Like in Model UN, you were worried about how well you were going to do.
Yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
and then for Teach for America.
I mean, like I was also worried about how well I was going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's high pressure, and like I didn't,
And it sounds like you grew up in a very high achieving environment.
Yeah.
Alliance, so like doing well and succeeding.
Yeah, like I mean, like my mom's a corporate lawyer. Like my dad's in insurance. They're like pretty smart, high achieving people.
Yeah. So it's in your family. It was in your family, and then also in the school environment where you grew up. That it was expected that you were going to succeed at a certain level, and so you had that pressure on you. And a lot of the worry sounds like it's about succeeding or doing well. Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like my older brother went to University of Chicago, and he was like I was smart enough, but he was like the really smart one. So I was like always in his shadow a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
Is it just you and your brother?
Yeah, just the two of us.
And he's older?
Yeah, he's 3 years older than me.
He's 3 years older than you? and then your parents. Your mom was a corporate lawyer, and your dad insurance. What did you do for insurance?
I don't really know, to be totally honest with you.
Okay.
It's pretty
It's okay.
boring. So
Yeah. And then your brother went to UC, and he was. What does he do now?
he's also a corporate lawyer.
Oh, he's a corporate lawyer too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he went to law school on the East Coast, and he lives in DC now.
Okay. Where did you go to law school?
Columbia. So yeah, he's really smart.
So we know you're not okay. So, are you on any medications for your anxiety?
No.
No. Have you ever been?
No. Actually, I've never been to a therapist before. Like my
Oh, you
family,
haven't?
my family doesn't really do therapy.
They don't do therapy?
Yeah, I think like my mom would have I don't know. She's like super intense. I think she would have thought that was kind of a sign of weakness.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's it's a little strange for me
It's
to
kind of
be
like pull
here.
yourself up by your bootstraps
yeah.
type mentality.
But I guess since I started smoking before work, this
Did your
fall,
parents know that you and your brother smoked weed? Did they ever catch you?
I think that they might have kind of had some idea, but sort of turned a blind eye to it.
Okay, so you never they
No.
never got mad at you and said, and you never got in trouble for it, but you think that they might have known.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Do they smoke weed?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know that some of the other parents in LaGrange did.
Yeah.
But
Some parents do, and they're
Yeah.
okay with their kids
No.
smoking pot. But you think your parents, you don't think your parents smoked weed, but that maybe they knew and they just kind of.
Yeah.
Do you think they did that because they didn't want to deal with it, or they didn't want to admit there was a problem?
I think that as long as Jason and I did okay in school,
They were
they
okay.
weren't.
Then they weren't
bother
worried
us.
about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think that there were a lot of kids getting in a lot more trouble.
Yeah.
So they felt, the other kids we smoked with were also honors track.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you guys were going to school. You were getting good
Yeah.
grades. You were
I think,
participating in school, so they didn't worry about
yeah.
it.
I mean, if we'd ever been caught, my mother would have killed me,
Yeah.
thrown me in Lake Michigan. But
Right.
Yeah.
So it was sort of as long as you don't get into trouble,
Yeah.
the unspoken rule was it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you still talk to your parents much? How much? I mean, you live in Chicago, so and they live out in
Sure.
LaGrange. You could.
I talk to them on the phone once every week or two. I think I probably have dinner with them once every month or two.
Would you say you're close to them?
Not a little closer to my dad, but not particularly. I think I'm kind of their less favorite child. So
So you don't feel as close to them.
Yeah.
What about your brother? Are you close to your brother?
yeah, he and I talk on the phone every week.
Okay.
We text most days.
Okay.
And he's pretty busy. But
Because he's the lawyer out in DC.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right.
I don't know.
There we
Did
go.
you get a lot? You got a decent amount of information. So one of the reasons I was asking about the school and his previous job, do you guys know why I was asking that question? I kind of